Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, day 4 laying pipe. So we're going to, from where the equipment's at now, we're going to start there. We're going to lay up to this well right here. So that's this morning's project. And then we're going to go from the T down here that I installed last night, about 3 sticks of blue pipe that way, and then we're going to stop because we'll be out of the blue pipe. So then we're going to go back down to our farthest T on the farthest irrigation. We're going to start with the white pipe and work back this way. And then when we get to where we left off at the blue pipe, we're going to put a coupler in. We're going to couple from IPS to PIP pipe. And then this main line will be done. I don't know if we'll get that far today, but it'd be nice to get that far today. So we got Scooter here today, which Scooter is a veteran of working with us. He does other things, but when we need help, he's available. So we got Scooter to come help today because Nate's got graduation stuff going on, so he wasn't able to help us the rest of the week. So today's the last day we're going to work, and then we're going to take a 4-day weekend off. So get a little bit of a break. I guess we're going to go to New Paris Tractor Parts tomorrow and get some parts for the GP, my 36A, and I might grab a crankshaft and a clutch for my 51A while we're there. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, I'm going to get fuel in the dozer, get the hoe all opened up, get some tools rounded up because I'll have to do another compression fitting. That T right there that I installed last night is a compression style, so I'll have to have tools out for that. So let's get started and see what we can get done. And the weather is absolutely beautiful this morning. I think it's probably only about 65 degrees. Really nice out. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and get some pipe laid before it gets hot out. But here's our T. I installed this last night. So we'll just go each way out of it with the blue pipe. I think this morning we're going to just start here and head to that well, and then we'll come back later and we'll run the rest of this blue pipe out that way. So I'm going to grab my truck, go put fuel in the dozer now. Then I'll get to excavate around this side and start digging this way. I got to dig right along the path and throw the dirt on the path. We're not going to disturb the compaction of the path. Well, we'll probably end up getting into it a little bit, but not the whole thing. So they really didn't want to disturb it, so I'm going to do my best not to. But if I have to, I can get into it. But I should be able to dig right alongside there, no problem. So we had a little bit of change of plans. We decided to finish laying out all of our wire. So now we have our 2 control wires, this one and this one. This wire powers the first irrigation right there. Then this second wire, or pair of wires, runs all the way down to the end. It'll power the last well and it'll power the last irrigation. That's why it's such a heavier wire, so that you don't have the voltage drop in it. This wire could not run that far. You'd have too much voltage drop by the time you got down there. So that's why they had to go with the bigger, heavier wire to carry the voltage. So what we're going to do now, change of plan, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go all the way to the end. And since we have extra help today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay the white pipe, which is heavier and harder to work with. So we're going to lay that back, then we'll connect onto our blue, run up to our T right here, and then we'll keep on running our blue all the way up to our well over here. So both these wells are going to run at the same time, and they're both going to put pressure in this pipe at the same time, and that'll create enough water to run these irrigation systems, because this well down here actually only puts out like 200 gallons a minute. This one's a little better. It's I can't remember what they said, but I remember that it's a higher gallons per minute, but between the two of them they'll have plenty of water. So we're going to load up some pipe, get it sorted out, get the bells heading the right direction, and we'll get it laid out and we'll start digging. get some pipe laid today, get some wire in, and hopefully we'll get up to this tee today. That would be a good goal to set. That's a lot of pipe to lay, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. We're back at our first tee that we installed. Get moved around here a little bit. There we go. I've got to come out straight, and then I'm gonna have to veer over and get across the driveway. I'm gonna have to pile my dirt over here. This is gonna be getting used to a little bit, because usually I throw all my dirt to my right. Well, now I have all my materials on my right because of the driveway and staying off of it, digging. But I'll get myself recalibrated here. So we're gonna have to come out straight, and then we'll veer over. I don't have a elbow. It'd be nice to have a 22-degree elbow, but we don't have one because, believe it or not, fittings are hard to get right now too. Not only is the pipe tough to get, but the fittings. So kind of just having to do with what we got and make things work. So I'm gonna come out straight, and then once we get to a joint where we can kind of flex the pipe, that's when we'll start veering over. You can't really veer over too fast because you can't put much stress on the gaskets. So you can do it, but you gotta do it very gradually. Tree limbs are gonna be a pain, but eventually we'll work away from them. Oops. Just bumped it. There we go. I'll have to hand dig a little bit of that. So now we'll be able to bury our wire all in here, and we'll be able to bury that section over there. But see, all that wire had to come down here and go up through there too, so that's what we were waiting on. This project's kind of a wiring nightmare. There's just wire everywhere. But it takes all that wire to make it all run, so. That edge just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get me a stick of pipe put in, get the compression fitting put together, and then we can take off. So we got started laying pipe. We got through the driveway, had to curve around, Went well, turned out real nice. Now I'm on the opposite side of the driveway of where I started. So now it should be smooth sailing from here on out. We are 3 pipes short. We're gonna have to come up with some pipe somewhere, which that shouldn't be too hard to come up with. Scooter's getting her done. Dad's throwing pipe in the trench, and Scooter's putting it together as fast as he throws it in. Nice thing about Scooter is he is experienced. He's laid a lot of irrigation pipe with us. Already knows the ropes, so I don't have to tell him anything. Found a nice little safe spot over there to stick my little dick out of the way. So I was talking to the owner this morning of the Christmas tree farm here. He come out and told us what a wonderful job we were doing. He's very happy with the progress being made. And we got to talking about the trees a little bit. Well, some of these are Norway, I can't remember, Norway spruce or something he called them. And they only grow from like the cold months till about, I think he said April. And then they go dormant all summer long. So right now, they're pretty much in their dormant stage, but they still need water to maintain themselves. I thought that was kind of interesting. These are like a high altitude tree. They're used to growing in the mountains. So the only time they're triggered to grow around here is in the cold months. I thought that was kind of cool. They started out with 17 acres of trees, and when they first started irrigating, they were pumping out of the ditch. I don't know how many, I don't remember what year he told me they first started, but it was a long time ago. But it's kind of cool how large they've grown since then. I don't know how many acres is here, but there's quite a bit of acreage of trees. Oh, forgot to clean my bank up. I'm a terrible operator today, I guess. I don't need to clean that up, but I just do it just to make it easier for them to drag the pipe and wire in the trench. They don't have to drag it over that little hump. And it just looks nice. And it's proper trench digging etiquette, I suppose. So we're actually going right down the same trench that the old pipe that we reclaimed came out of. So that's why it looks like it's tore up already, because we just backfilled it after we were done pulling the pipe out, of course. So anyways, I think I'm just going to get a little bit of video later on. I don't want it all to be digging. I don't want everybody to get bored, because we are on like 4 videos of the same project. But this project is taking a while. There's a lot to it. You know, you've seen my other videos of laying pipe where we just go from a irrigation system to a well, just one straight run. Well, this one's complicated because of all the extra wiring for all the wells and the control wires and all the different hookups and stuff, so this one's taking a while. But we'll get her done, we always do. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't see that goes on too. There's a lot of laying out pipe, there's a lot of rolling out wire. Got to switch every roll of wire on our wire unroller, and it all takes time. So it might seem like it takes us forever to do this, but if you've seen the behind the scenes, you would understand. It takes just a lot of time to get all the equipment moved on one of these projects. Oh, and I had a viewer comment and ask me why when I was digging under the tree to put just the wire in, I didn't use Little Dick to start with. Well, the thing was the 200 was sitting there, and it was right there at my fingertips, so I just jumped in it and decided to use it. Little Dick was sitting about a quarter mile away, and I thought, well, if I didn't have to bring him down, I wouldn't bring him down. Well, ended up I had to use Little Dick because the 200 was too big to fit under the tree. If it wasn't for the tree, I would have been able to bury the wire no problem with the 200. Plus, the 200 does dig a little faster. It's got a higher capacity bucket than Little Dick, so I do move a little dirt faster. And I've also had comments, why are you using such a wide bucket? Well, the reason I'm using such a wide bucket is because we have an 8-inch pipe, and then we have 2 sets of wires that need to be spread apart in case of lightning strike. We got a better chance of it just striking one if they're spaced apart. So 3 wires, 1 pipe fills the trench pretty quick. Now when we get farther along and we have 4 wires in 1 pipe, the trench is going to be even fuller. So plus with a 48-inch bucket, it leaves plenty of room to work for the guys in the trench. So I just like using a 48. I mean, you could use a 36, but then your wire's all that close together, and you know, I've even used a 24 when it's just pipe. And to be honest with you, I don't even own a 36-inch bucket. I'd have to go borrow my uncle's. So 48 it is. A lot of people use a 48-inch bucket. Anyways, I'm going to keep digging. I just figured I'd answer that question really quick. Just makes it easier. Well, we came a long ways from where we started this morning. So, but you know what time it is. It's the most important time of the day. It's lunchtime. So we're going to go get some lunch and then come back and finish laying our white pipe, and then we'll start on our blue pipe. Well, we're back from lunch now. Went to the good old KFC, got a number 8. They got some really good chicken strips there at KFC, I'll tell you what. Got some barbecue sauce and honey mustard with them. Really good. So Scooter, he's back to banging pipe. He's having a blast today. He can put pipe together pretty fast. You just keep throwing it in a trench as fast as I dig, he puts it together. It's like they kind of got pretty wide with their driveway right here because I keep finding stone. And I'm supposedly right on the edge according to the grass, but I keep finding stone, which is fine. I'm not on the main driveway. So we're going to keep laying this white pipe. We're getting pretty close to the end of where the white pipe ends and the blue pipe starts. Might have to go to a friend of mine's and grab 2 more sticks of pipe that he's got. And we'll be able to finish this run out. We got all the fittings on hand to run the recycled pipe that we pulled out. we can run that and connect it to their 4-inch pipe that feeds their greenhouse. So we got quite the collaboration of fittings that's going to do all that. So we'll do a video when we get to that, but that ain't going to be today. That'll probably be Tuesday. I'm hoping to get this run at least done by this evening, which shouldn't be a problem. Especially once we get back to laying the blue pipe, that stuff goes together so fast and easy. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so we'll get some video later on. Oh, there's the telephone over there to call Santa Claus. It's in that little box. Okay, we made our transition from the IPS pipe to PIP pipe, which this stick, first 2 sticks are actually white. It's not all blue. You can get that in white or blue, just depending on brand. So what we done to make this transition is we got this special coupler fitting right here, which is a compression style fitting. So what we done is we cut the bells off each end of the pipe, or off of one end of one pipe, and then we slid it on, slid it together, and now all I gotta do is finish tightening it up. I got this end tightened up, and now I just gotta get the rubber worked in on that end, tighten that end up, and then Dad's Strength can backfill this whole line right here up to the T, because we've got pipe laid all the way up to the first T. So we're doing good. I think we'll get this line almost done today with no problems. So pretty happy with the progress. So I'll go ahead and get this rubber worked in. Try to take a little rubber mallet, tap it around just to get it started.
Done with the shovel, Brandon.
Yep, you can have it.
I'll get that one set up down here for you.
Okay. Thank you, Scooter. There we go. Nice and tight. So Scooter, to get this one already ready for me, all I gotta do is tighten it up. one's all tightened up now. Should be good. Well, in fact, I know it'll be good. Well, there we go. Turned out real nice. Finally, we made it to the end. We got our hydrant put in, got the Sakrete stacked behind it to make the block so it don't push off. So we are done with the main line. I didn't think we were going to get this far today, but we made it. So I'm happy. So Dad's Strength's going to backfill it. Scooter's putting some tools away. I got to trench a little bit of wire in down here by the backboard for the well. And then we're going to hook up the trailer, take the Bobcat, and go home. Because we need Bobcat and trailer so we can go pick the GP up this weekend. The John Deere GP, we're going to get it home. And I guess tomorrow we're going to go to New Paris Tractor Parts and get some parts. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, but anyways, if you enjoyed this episode of Dirt Green Steel, give me a like. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.